Good morning, everybody. This is Stephen Pugh of the Home Bible College. I want to do another video in my series on the life of Paul, and this is video number 18, and it describes the early training of the Apostle Paul in Jerusalem. Now, it's likely that Saul was in Jerusalem between 10 and 13. That was the custom of the day. So from the age of 10 to 13, long before the ministry of John the Baptist. Now, this was the ancient custom or the ancient version of boarding school today. He says that he was brought up in Jerusalem. No matter how poor they were, they travelled to Jerusalem for the set feasts of the Lord, and what times of rejoicing they would have had, and what wonderful adventures for the little boy. He sat at the feet of Gamaliel, and the respected doctor of the law, who was a mild-mannered and exceptionally astute and well-read rabbi. He was referred to as the beauty of the law. You can imagine what sort of person he was. He was the very best of Judaism in his day. Luke says of him that he was had in reputation amongst the people. He was Saul's first hero after his mother and then his father. The journey to Jerusalem was probably on foot and probably passed through Antioch, to which he would be so exceptionally linked forever. One can hardly imagine the thrill of a boy going up to Jerusalem, being not just the home of his religion, but the home of some of his family, in which he might have slept in the upper room, that is, the roof covered by sheets and provided for honoured guests, and the glorious city, the hope of Israel. Being a little boy, he probably would have been taken into the household outside of the feast times and kept there secure with the mother of the house. The border between the territory of Judah and Benjamin passed through the middle of the temple. How exciting this would be for the little boy. Coming as a very young boy and growing up in such a rare atmosphere, he would imbibe all of the learning of his master, and like many of his contemporaries, not a single amount of pride in his skills in debate and logic, and eventually he would develop an intolerance for heretics and even have feelings of hatred and violence toward them. It's very possible that Saul and Christ might have come into close contact in those very early years, but there's no record of anything. Christ was only at the temple for very brief visits among the huge crowds of the set feasts of the Lord, and then withdrew to the relative security and seclusion of Nazareth. However, the Lord himself probably would have had this period between 10 and 13 in which he would spend extended time in the temple for his religious education. Well, God bless you. We look forward to catching up with you on our next episode. God bless you. Bye for now.